Where's Mike? Other Mike.
Can you see him?
No. Where is he?
He's in.
This is the start of the podcast, motherfucker. I'm here.
Oh, there you are. Why can't I see at the top?
I don't know. It's not my computer. It's yours.
You're right. And
This
I'm
is the
no good
start
with
of
technology.
the podcast.
This
Right
is Chad's inaugural new C drive.
My maiden voyage with the new computer that I obviously don't know how to work.
I cleaned up my C drive.
Did you?
Mhm.
Nice.
I found a file in my pictures that had like 200 gigabytes of shit in it or something.
Oh, wow. And
So I
what
deleted.
was...
I don't know. It was every picture I ever took since, I don't know, 1996. It was a lot. I deleted that one file and my C drive was like 3/4 empty.
Did you back it up, though? Do you still have it?
Yeah, I have it on my I have a 5 terabyte external hard drive.
Oh, okay, good.
I take
Nice.
a lot of video and pictures in a week. Like I have a lot of, I don't know, I have like hard drives everywhere because I have like, much like my estimates, I have every piece of video I've ever shot, every picture I've ever taken of kids' sports, landscaping, tilt rotators, you name it. I got.
You saved tilt rotator videos on your computer?
No, I don't have any tilt rotator. Those are clearly a joke.
But other people's, I thought maybe you like saved them so that in the future you could aspire to have a tilt rotator, and the videos would just be like motivation. We got to get that tilt rotator.
Aspire to have a tilt rotator. I think I aspire to have one.
I do. I aspire to have additional tilt rotators. I don't just want one.
Extra tilt rotators with a side order of more tilt rotators.
Yeah, exactly. With a side order of attachments.
Never touch another man's tilt rotator.
Never?
No.
Never. That's the rule.
It's like don't touch another man's fries.
True.
Touch another man's tilt rotator. Recently, I've eaten in 2 restaurants, like fancy pants restaurants, and both of them had Parmesan truffle French fries. Is that like a fucking thing now?
So I went to the movies recently, well, fairly recently, and we had some sort of Parmesan truffle fries. I think that's exactly what it was.
At the movies.
At the movies.
Wow.
Yeah. It was those I can hear your talk so clearly.
You said Parmesan fries.
I know. I think it was the truffle.
What movie did you see?
What was that? Black Panther.
Review?
It was good enough.
Well, there is a review. Next time I review pizza, I'm going to say it was good enough. I'm not going to reference what it was good enough for, but God damn it was good.
It was just good enough. I could go into depth, but I don't know how much of our audience
I don't want you to,
you guys are into those movies.
I don't want it to be ruined. I don't want to ruin it. I just want to know, scale of 1 to 10, where do you rate it?
Good enough. Yeah.
If Avengers Endgame is 10 out of 10,
yeah.
Where is Bliss Black Panther movie?
It's a solid 7.29.
That's pretty good if it's going up Endgame. Endgame was a good movie.
Well, Endgame was a 10 out of 10, right? But it gets progressively harder to get up to that 8, and then that 9 is like a coveted spot, and then 10 out of 10, right?
Yeah. I feel that. So everyone go watch Black Panther. They're sponsoring this episode. We want to thank Marvel. I have big news.
I want to hear big news.
Huge news to the podcast listeners.
Let's hear it.
Because I was bitching and moaning on this podcast about how no one from LO ever calls me to speak anymore, Ryan Bostock from Dibbits, who's on the Dibbits is now sponsoring this podcast too, Brian.
Right on.
Is on the board, listened to the podcast, heard my bitching and moaning, and offered me a spot on LO Congress's Hardscape live panel.
Amazing.
A paid spot?
No. Oh God, no. Good God. No. That's crazy talk.
The what spot? The which one?
Get a paid spot.
Oh, the paid spot.
Is it because nobody's getting paid, or because just
No, it's
you
just
are
they
not
just don't pay me. I bet the other two people on the panel are getting fucking paid. I would put money on it. Like, or they're there trying to create some kind of like coaching gig for themselves. I'm the only idiot that's up there for no reason, just because I was bitching about it on a podcast. I'm not sure what I add to the conversation either. What value do I bring to Hardscape Live, the
So
panel?
Hardscape, is that the Techo thing?
No,
No, oh, that's Hardscaper. That's something different. Or is
that's
it-
wow. There's a lot of hardscaping going on.
yeah, I suppose it's not.
Hardscape Live is a live demo that's put on by LO Congress.
What are you demoing?
Nothing. I'm on the panel after. They don't trust me to demo anything.
What are they demoing?
I don't know.
The Hardscape Live is usually Frank Bork talking about efficiencies and how to build retaining walls, and then doing
Well-
like a demo light, right?
I'm sure we could look it up. I doubt that they've listed me as a speaker.
That's
Well,
what
I'm not a speaker. They're having a live question and answer panel,
that makes
and
sense.
they're afterwards, and it's just a panel discussion with the crowd where they can ask you any random question and then you answer it.
I'll be there for that.
Perfect. I would love it if you were there to ask me some questions, Mike. That would
Yeah.
be awesome.
Sounds good. I'll be the first.
When
one.
is it? Can we know which day you're there? Like, do you have
Yeah,
this sorted out?
date and time. We need to know that
Is it? Wait, is this going to air this episode before?
right
Thunder?
after.
Oh,
Perfect.
perfect. In typical, not our friends, our
but
fashion.
if you wanted me to, I could include this at the end of the previous episode so that it actually makes a little bit more sense.
No, I like it better when it makes no sense.
Okay.
Plus, what if people show up? You want to know what was like crazy? I went to the Leaf game last night with Chris from Arns, and we're waiting to buy tacos because they sell high-end tacos at the Leaf game now.
Do they have Parmesan fries?
I don't know. Well, I got the mushroom taco because I was still maintaining the vegetarian diet.
Ooh.
And we're standing there, and this guy grabs me and goes, "Are you actually the Paver King?"
No. way.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah. And I was like, sure. Not knowing, is this someone who enjoys my content or someone who fucking hates me?
Were you wearing the Paver King shirt though?
I was
a big
wearing my
logo on the back of his shirt and like a sign standing out of the back of his head. Favor King, Favor King.
Paver King, Paver King, Paver. I was legitimately wearing my Paver King trucking hoodie. So
Okay.
my son was walking through the mall, and some person accosted him and said, "Do you work for Paver King?" Because he was wearing a hoodie that he picked up out of the hall when he went out the door. And he got scared and wandered off because he didn't know what was happening. But yeah, I guess it was the guys from Hollander Landscaping in Etobicoke. They
Oh.
were having their Christmas party. Okay. Live stage of tree establishment in hardscape environments. Last modified December 15th, 2022. Schedule. Conference. Live demos. There's not that much information about this live state. Here's
So they left
put
you in the dark. Just
Yeah,
as
they
much
put you
as
in the
us.
low key one.
I know what I did ask.
Stage.
So they said you can be a speaker, and so then I messaged him back, and I was like, "Can I get like a free pass into the show?" And then they did email me a free pass.
Has
So,
anybody
yes,
ever paid to go to this show?
I
don't
think they're
know.
all free.
I think they're all free. Right?
Okay, so do you guys want the sketch? You guys, I found the breakdown of this.
Okay.
You guys want the official breakdown?
Yes.
This is us basically advertising Congress for free, which just so everyone in America knows that Congress absolutely fucking crushes H&A. So just so you know, you're missing out on Congress, which absolutely crushes anything. So 9:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. on Tuesday, January 10th. Interlock basics using ICPI standards. Speaker, Terry Childs, Nature's Way Landscaping. CHT, what does that mean? CHT.
Certified horticulture
technician.
technician.
Ooh, go Mike. 10:45 to 11:45 a.m. Restoring soils with microbes. There is a lot of people with a lot of education. Oh no, it's one person with a lot of education. Colleen Dempster. M.sc.b.sc postgrad ecosystem restoration _ ISA certified arborist _ soil food web school lab technician Sprake Shady Lane tree expert tree care. Colleen is crushing this shit. Like, look, Chad has background now.
Chad's got rid of the black bars on the side.
Actually,
you were square before.
Now I'm round.
You're 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. safe vehicle refresher demo. They take a hands-on approach with how to apply the daily vehicle inspection rules.
Is that taught by an MTO officer?
Is that Drive Live?
It is called Safe Vehicle Refresher Demo. And the equipment is provided by Bobcat of Toronto and Miska Trailers. I guess they're doing a daily inspection on a Bobcat. It is, the speaker is Tri-Shield Consulting and the Halton Regional Police Services.
I had them on the podcast.
Who, Halton Regional Police Services?
No, Tri-Shield. I wouldn't try to draw attention to me by having an officer on the podcast.
So I don't know if this is an appropriate topic for the podcast, but I'm going to delve into this a little bit. Tragically, in Vaughan, a man killed 5 people in a condo this week. So some of this stuff came up online, and I was reading the CTV post about it. And because most of the people who were killed were either condo board members or spouses of condo board members, in general, of the thousands of comments, everyone was basically like, these people probably fucking deserved it. They're condo board members. And I was like, I was reading these comments feeling ill. I was like, okay. And then I was like, how much do people in our society fucking hate condo board members? Like, my God, these people were like, this guy, he got drew. And I mean, there's a whole story to it. And I don't want to delve in the whole story, but it just was like, wow, man, can we not feel bad that these people, whether they were condo board members or not, probably shouldn't have been gone down in their condo. Like, it just seemed the comment section was insane about the hatred towards condo board members. I was like, wow. Mental note, I never want to be on the condo board.
I wonder how many people dropped out of being a condo board member, because they're volunteers too, right?
They're elected in a lot of condos.
Yeah. I wonder how many people dropped out of being a condo board member after that.
I don't know. But moving on, creative collaboration. Why hire a designer? Speakers, Beth Edney, CLD, CIFD, Designs by the Yard, and Heg Stefarana, CLD, OALA, CSLA, FASLA, Sefrin Landscape Design. That's from 1:30 till 2:45 to 3:45. Gray to Green, the urban battleground.
This is going live after the show. There's no value in listing this off at all.
Well, why don't you just make this the next episode then? Release it on Friday. Or no, it doesn't
bonus
have to
episode.
The bonus episode. Steve Robinson.
Use it or lose it.
BCMA Manager of Urban Forestry, City Arborist Roads, Parks and Forestry, City of Burlington. Love you, Steve. Thanks for coming out.
I'm getting more and more of the vibes that in order for Paver King to be a speaker, he had to do this. Landscape Ontario cracked the whip for Mike. You know what? You could be a speaker, but you have to use your podcast as a platform to read out.
That's not what they said. There's other podcasts that are geared to people that read industry news. I've listened to some other podcasts that read industry news. Now, those podcasts aren't for everyone, but I have listened to them, and they do read. So we're just reading industry news. And okay, do you want me to get to the day that I'm doing it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, they're having the urban battleground 2 days in a row. I wonder if they're going to have fighting robots. That would be awesome.
They're gonna put you in like a get up with a gun and stuff.
The vehicle refresher demo. 1:30 till 2:30 interlock basics. Restoring the microbes. Blah 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 blah.
Chad, what day are you going to be there?
The middle day. Is that the 11th?
Oh, I have no idea.
Okay, so there's literally no mention of
You.
Of me. Yeah, they don't mention me at all. They don't talk to me.
It
They
was
don't.
too late to get you on the literature. Last minute.
Yeah, I get well, or they just don't want to be associated with me, which wouldn't be the first time that happened with Landscape Ontario.
I'm shocked that they didn't go after the Not Our Finest Hour crew for a dedicated panel, to be honest.
We'd make a laughing stock of.
I will look up. Maybe I'm not even looking at the right stage either. Like I don't. Let's see what he said. You will be on the Ask the Expert panel on Wednesday, January 11th, 2023 in the afternoon. Session starts after the Hardscape live session, which is scheduled to end around 3:30 p.m. You do not need to come prepared with a presentation. That's fucking great because I wouldn't have anyways. They know that. I've spoke for them before. Back in the day. This is a panel discussion, and you will be on with Peter Gillian from Oriole Landscape. Is that his name? Guinan? Is that how you pronounce it?
Pretty sure.
From Oriole Landscape. He was on your show.
Yeah.
So how do you pronounce his name? You're not helping me at all here.
I just pronounced it.
How did you pronounce it?
Guinan.
Peter Guinan from Oriole Landscape.
Oh, I don't even know. No. Exat. I don't think that's right.
Whatever. Peter from Oriole Landscaping will be there. Peter G. And Rob Bauer from ICPI and NCMA. Those two guys seem like they would be pumped to sit on a panel with me. Like crazy pizza review social media guy. They both seem like they're right up my alley. The ICPI and NCCMA speaker and Peter G from Oriole Landscape. They probably can't wait to sit on a panel with Paver King. They're probably just fucking pumped.
Do you think these guys are taking it to the extremely serious?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Really?
Are you trying to say I don't? What are you saying about me
Okay.
here? What are you saying about me here?
I'm not saying anything about you. It's like I wake up
I
in the
think you
morning.
are.
Of course I'm not. No, I'm like I wake up in the morning and I don't take myself too seriously on a good day. Right.
I don't think you can be involved with ICPI and NCMA unless you take yourself very seriously.
Well, I can understand the principles and follow the guidelines and all this stuff, right? But
this guy's a fucking trainer, man.
It's hard to take the landscape daddy seriously when he's sitting on top of planet Earth right now.
Nobody can see that.
So are you staying overnight on Wednesday night or Tuesday night?
Wednesday night is the middle night, right? So I'll go to the show Wednesday, stay overnight, drive home Thursday. I believe. Yeah.
So you'll be at Hardscape Live.
I'll be at Hardscape Live. I've got a couple questions for you.
Perfect. I can't wait for those questions.
Yeah.
I'm going to see.
You'll be on a panel where you get all the questions. All our listeners need to go to this panel and only ask questions to Paver King.
Yeah, perfect. That would be great. And make sure they're technical questions about how to build stuff, because that's
and how to pull paver patios with chains.
Yeah.
Oh, I wonder if there'll be a demo of that. I wonder if those guys are going to be there. I wonder if those guys will be there.
Well,
Is there
they'll
like
be
a-
represented by Great North Hardscape.
So, have you guys seen this tool, like their wall building tool, which is basically the bars attached to a fucking chain,
Oh yeah,
like the
the
wall
screening
bars
tool.
on a chain? Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that,
What is it?
ever since that, anybody who knows anything about hardscaping, I think, would be able to figure out that they can cut one of their long round bars into short round bars to grade a wall and not have to spend fucking $200 on this contraption that holds all your wall bars together. But that's just me.
Why
And
do
I'm
I
being
want to
critical,
hold wall
right?
bars together?
I guess
You've
that's the
never
only
seen
purpose
this?
of a chain, right?
Yeah.
Is just to
Like
hold
it's
them together.
hold them
What is-
together. Like it just. Have you seen
What
this,
is-
Mike? Like
What
it
is it
looks like a
called?
fucking giant nunchuck.
Yeah,
What's it called?
I don't know what it's called.
It's basically so we have like 2-foot wall bars, right?
What's a wall bar? I don't even know what that is.
For grading, to grade walls.
Oh, okay. I just never done
So like
that.
it's a grade, like a round bar, whatever you use to grade a patio, whatever, cut into 2-foot sections.
I've never used a bar to grade anything in my life.
Really?
Never.
There's a topic for you. There's
Screening?
one guy in our city like one guy in our city free grades everything, like driveways. He's fucking phenomenal.
That's
Incredible.
me.
Everybody else uses bars. Like we use bars all the time.
I made a video of my old business partner grading this space. Like, I don't know, it's like, I don't know, 7,000 square feet with string lines and a big asphalt rig. And people online went fucking crazy. I was like, I don't even know another way to do it. It's the only way
no.
we've ever done it. I've never touched the bar. I don't
Holy
know
cow.
about any of that shit. I don't know how it works.
Yeah, I mean, there's more than one way to skin a cat. Like, none's right and none's wrong.
You just
right?
have to do what you just have to do what you have to do what oh, I see this. Okay. Nice. Why do you need
$215?
why do you need the chain?
To keep them together.
That's
Keep
the
them
only,
together for what?
that
Transportation, so you don't lose them because they're small.
Okay.
To be able to pull patios. Yeah, at a moment's notice.
We're gonna get sued.
Hey, if that's what does
I've
it for
never
you,
heard of I've never seen this before.
Really?
how did you build walls then? Just with the level? Like you graded the base with just a level?
Yeah, we just graded with a 2-foot level and then put the blocks in.
2-foot level?
Yeah.
You graded front to back then?
Yeah. Then you
I
just
don't know if that's the most efficient way to do
then
it.
use well, great, bro. I just don't care about the most efficient way to do anything. Have you met me?
Is this a Hardscape live panel right now?
I never
Are
once,
these the questions?
I never once claimed. So normally, if I was starting a big retaining wall, we would set the grade on the laser, and then we would, bring it up to grade, compact it, whatever. Okay, general. Let's just assume I have installed the base correctly. And then we would just have you only need to grade the width of the wall. I don't need like 10 feet wide.
Technically, you're supposed to grade 6 inches in front and 6 inches
Okay,
behind.
okay.
Correct?
All right. So, but I'm not
fucking
grading,
with you, man.
I'm not grading. I agree. So it's going to be wider than the wall.
Yeah.
Exactly 6 inches on every wall I've ever fucking built. And then we just did it with a 2-foot level and we just checked it with the laser because big blocks are so fucked up anyways. And then we put them down and then pound the blocks level. And then on the next there, we get out the shingles. And there we're good to go.
The shingles.
That's how I've built hundreds of walls that way.
Really?
I don't know. Yeah,
Yes.
I never. How did you? I certainly didn't have chains and little bars.
Well, we don't have chains. We have the little bars, but we don't have the chains.
The little bars
together.
seem like a big. All this bar stuff just seems like a big pain in the ass to me. The setting of the bars,
Really?
like it just seems like a crappy waste of time. But that's me. If it works for anyone else, props to you, man. Like
If you're doing a pool patio, are you doing it just by pulling it? Like you're not putting bars down at all or anything? Like what gets? Do you have strings going everywhere?
yeah, you pull a string line and then you just grade it with the big rake.
I'm not
That's how
good
we
enough
always
for
did
that.
it. There wasn't all this fancy shit when I was your fucking age.
See, whenever we started, we used T-bars. Like
I don't
6 foot
understand why
fucking-
your tilt rotator can't just lay the fucking patio.
I'm sure there's something coming down the pipes in the future. You know, like it's well, technically it can, but there's a like
So
shovel with
on the
stopper.
very first patio you laid, Chad, you had these bars.
I believe so. Yeah, that was 15 years ago, 20 years ago, right? But yeah, we've used bars. Like that's always been the way we've done things. But it's and actually my foreman, or one of my foremen, came in and he didn't use bars before he came to us. So I was like hesitant. I'm like, are you sure you can do this without bars? And they're like, yeah, no problem. So, and he was great. Like he was great to do it without bars. And I mean, however you're comfortable, as long as it produces the right result at the end, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just, yeah, I don't care how someone does it as long as it's the most efficient way possible. Is my biggest concern always, you know. As long as you get to the right result in the budget of how you budgeted the project, what does it really matter how you?
Yeah.
If it's well built, like I'm going to start welding bars to chains to bars, and then
In selling,
if I get, well, no, when I get pulled over by the cops, I'm just going to say, hey, this is my quick screed bar. This
Yeah.
isn't a weapon of mass destruction. This is a quick screed bar. Like, definitely not assaulting anyone with this thing. This is strictly for building big retaining walls. I don't know why you need the chain. The chain seems like it's a hassle on that.
Well, that's the whole point, right? Like I don't know if the chain is necessary.
they make a lot of great products. There's some that seem a little bit overboard, such as the.
Do you want to talk bad about them some more, please, Mike?
That's I talk great about them. They have got some excellent products.
Like they're edging.
We used to,
I've never used
you
their
know,
engine.
before they had this fancy edging. They have that thing that you put on the hammer drill or the hammer,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
demo hammer, to pound in spikes. We've pounded in thousands of spikes with that thing.
Did you buy that?
Yeah, just to I don't know what kind of bit it is, right? But it goes on the demo hammer and you just pound stakes in with it. Very useful on commercial jobs where you're doing thousands of spikes, and yeah, it'll save your wrist for sure. That thing.
Sounds really efficient.
It was,
That's probably why I've never had it.
I
Chad
can't wait
should
to
be on
ask
the-
you about efficiency on the panel.
I can't. I think Chad should be on the panel.
No.
He's way more
We've
efficient.
We
than me.
went over this. I am not here to give advice. I'm not here for you to follow my methods. I'm not here for you to do anything that I do. I'm no one's role model.
Isn't that
You're not a guru.
I'm not a guru. I'm not a
Really?
guru. Do it.
What was your? Oh, you know what we should do? There was some topics of conversation that we never got to last week because people sent them in after the episode was over. But I'm pretty sure I still know how to get to them.
I do. While you're trying to get to that, I have a question for you, Mike.
Perfect.
Oh, maybe I'll save this for the panel. I don't know.
Let's do a dry run here.
Where does the you had a thing a while ago that I saw quite often, and then I seen it quite recently on one of your stories. Where does this Desperado daily come from?
There's a Seinfeld episode. You guys are probably too young to have
Yeah.
watched that.
I've seen everyone a million times.
Okay, there's a Seinfeld episode where Elaine is dating a guy, and every time Desperado comes on, he stops whatever he's doing and stares into space. And I watched it like, I don't know, 8 years ago or something, or whenever Instagram started. It was a while ago. And I watched it and I was like, that's pretty funny. And it seems like is when I was trying to create like a viral trend. You know, like the Harlem Shake or I don't know. What were those videos where everyone was stood frozen? Remember that was a few years ago. Everyone used
Yeah,
to
I
just
remember that.
Yeah, I did a lot of those videos because it was easy to do. And so I just started posting Desperado daily, and every day I would post myself staring into space, listening to Desperado. And then a bunch of other people actually started, like landscape people, not actual viral shit, but landscape people actually started to listen to it and or started to do it. And there's a few people like car excavating that were pretty heavily into it and used to post it quite a bit. So I plugged in. I'm driving my old pickup truck again, my Chevy with 400,000 kilometers on it. And when you plug your phone into a 2015 Chevy with 400,000 kilometers on it, the Bluetooth works at about the level that I made it sound like it works. So it immediately references a playlist that's buried in my phone that I have never used ever once. And on that, and so I started listening to, it's mostly a playlist of songs that I downloaded at some time to make a video. Like there's the bunny hop, put your hands up. This is stuff from like 10 years ago. And in the midst of trying to find a song I actually wanted to listen to that morning, Desperado came on.
Gotcha.
And I was like, oh, I'm going to do a Desperado daily because I'm here doing a Desperado daily. And, see all. How that story's like a week old, so it should still be here. And that is the beginnings of Desperado Daily. Last 7 days. It's not stories 8. Only 8 stories in the last 7 days. I feel like I've posted more stories in the last 7 days than 8. Don't you guys? Did you see that Arntz gave everyone as a Christmas gift a bunch of coasters that were small skids?
Oh yeah, I saw that on your story.
Yeah. I was like, what's the usage fee?
I saw that story. That was good.
What was the usage fee on that? Like, it's probably under Paver King 28. This is why I save every story I ever made. Quiz time. Quiz time.
Does your daughter know she's in space?
Yeah, look, we're in space. Sorry, she's having a fit. What, your nose is plugged? Yeah, plugged up. It's okay.
Aww.
Poor kid.
Oh,
I know.
now our podcast is sad.
Nah, she's fine. Okay, go with Mama. Come on. See you later. Love you. Sorry, guys.
Why'd you plug her nose, Chad?
Why? She's sick. She's a kid. School. They're always sick.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Real productivity killer.
Absolutely a productivity killer. What were you trying to work out, Chad?
What do you mean? What was I
Well, you
trying to
had
work
some analysis you wanted to. Oh, okay. This is a different.
out? I have an insight. A commercial landscaping insight, if you guys are interested.
What's your commercial landscaping insight?
So, have you guys ever worked with, or anybody who's ever worked with a landscape architect?
Oh yeah.
And this might be a touchy subject for the landscape architects, but
I'm sure tons of them listen to this show.
well, you never know.
I do know.
They always seem to say, we've been on some big projects, and towards the end they'll bring the client around or something and say, yes, we built this and we built this and we built this. Whenever they didn't touch a fucking thing, they never laid hands on a single fucking thing. The plan maybe, but they never touched one block. They never shoveled one spoon of aggregate. They never moved a bucket of earth. But in the end, it's still their project. They still built it.
It's their vision.
It's their vision, right?
I had a man scream at me.
Sorry?
I had an architect yell at me once, "You're destroying my vision."
Really?
And I was like, okay, bro, this is like the city hall in Oshawa.
I
Like,
would have
this
said
is
low bid, motherfucker. It's my job now.
low bid. Motherfucker. The worst argument I ever had with a landscape architect was we were in Newmarket planting the retaining pond behind the garbage transfer station. And
Okay.
we planted a bunch of hollies because, hey, if you've got a garbage transfer station retention pond, you definitely need some holly to spruce up everyone's mood. And I don't know shit about hollies, so I just unloaded the 3,000 hollies and we planted those sons of bitches like there was no tomorrow. But when the architect came, the architect said to me, "You don't have a good mixture of male and female hollies. You have too
Wow.
many females over here and too many males over there." And my reaction to that was December 12th at -10. This is the garbage dump, bro. Shut the fuck up and sign the completion. It's the garbage dump.
Absolutely.
I don't give a fuck about your vision.
And did he sign it?
No, we had to go in the hollies.
So
Tag the hollies that needed to be moved
with
to
what,
the
like
other
spray paint
hollies.
or orange spray
Oh, like
paint?
little plastic tags, like from the. I think I had to supply the tags, to be honest.
No way.
That was
Holy-
horrible, bro. That's
Oh, my
done
goodness.
some like
So-
ridiculous. I can't even start to. One time, there's an architect we did a lot of street trees for, and his wife is like a total psycho. And she was screaming at our guys so loud that someone called the cops because they thought there was an assault going on.
Really?
Is the wife of the architect, not even the
Yeah.
architect?
No, the wife of the architect. Yeah.
Was she also an architect?
I don't know. She's fucked. I tried to stay away from her as much as possible. We stopped bidding work for that like that architect in Durham region can't get anyone to bid work for. Well, I haven't done that. I've been in that circle in a while, but
Do you know the company that he works for?
I'm not bringing it up because he will sue us.
Oh.
100%. He's a
I'm-
fucking psychopath moron. Him and his wife.
I'm going through an issue for we planted 30 trees at a retirement home, right? And the landscape architect came down and flagged 8 of the trees because they're saying they're not good enough quality or something like that. They're referencing like old scrapes that have been like grown over and stuff, and poor branches growing in an X pattern or something, or no viable leader or something like that. I'm like, all these trees came from a fucking reputable nursery. They're completely fine. I planted thousands upon thousands of trees and never had an issue about the trees that I planted. And all of a sudden, this motherfucker wants to tell me that I have to replace.
Is this person's first name Henry?
I don't know. I honestly, I don't know. And then, like, we were firing emails back and forth, and he's like, "I don't want to hear about this problem again. You're changing the trees." And it's like, listen, motherfucker. And he's not an arborist. He's a fucking landscape architect, right? It's not the same thing. Like, you don't. You think you know trees as an architect, but you're not a fucking arborist. So, who are you to say? And they're all subjective things, right? The warranty is still on me. To make
The
sure
problem is that tree's X pattern and small scrape will cause rot 25 years from now. So your 1-year
25
warranty
years.
is fucking meaningless, bro. Listen, I'm just playing devil's advocate. I agree with you. But I'm just telling you, these are the kind of conversations I've had in my life regarding trees.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I fucking hate trees. It's the 30-foot holes you got to dig for the root balls now, and the like. I
scarified holes and take a picture of the scarified hole, and you have to remove the entire basket because that's good for the fucking tree, you know.
Yes, yeah, and no stakes because the tree has to become strong in the wind.
Yeah,
because when the tree is young, the tree bends to the wind. when the tree is strong, the wind goes around the tree. Remember that.
Yeah.
I was at a meeting where someone said that. It was awesome.
Wow.
It was one of the best meetings I've ever been to in my life. What you have to understand is when the tree is small, the tree bends to the wind. When the tree is big and strong, the wind blows around the tree. And you are the wind. And that's what was said at the meeting. It was awesome. It was epic.
I would say you're about to be a cripple. Get the fuck out of here with that.
I wouldn't have said it to the person who said that.
Yeah. No.
No, absolutely not. I would not have said that to the person that said that in the meeting I was in. It was epic. It was epic. It was just perfect. It was such a perfect statement. I was in a meeting where someone was trying to ram something down this guy's throat, and this guy is like the biggest player of big players, and he was like, "Yeah, that's not happening. It's not happening." Yeah, it was an awesome meeting. This was like, man, this is epic. It was an epic meeting to be a part of. I just sat there and kept my mouth shut, which is super rare. You know, I'm in a room of epic people when I sit there and keep my mouth shut. 'Cause I'm like, I am going to get myself in trouble if I open my mouth. So he said to me afterwards, "You don't talk much." I said, "I just learn. I listen and learn." He went, "Oh, okay." Anyways, I've had many tree problems in my life. I've pulled many trees that I thought were fine.
This is the first time ever in 15 years that I've been asked to replace trees that are perfectly fine, came perfectly fine from the nursery.
It's easier to replace the trees.
He's like, I don't want to waste any more time on this. Fuck you, I have all winter with nothing to do. I will write you 10 fucking emails a day. I will waste every single goddamn minute you've got. You know, I'll be that petty to replace 8 trees. Fuck off. Anyway, ask me if I'm upset about it.
Did he inspect the trees when they were in leaf or when the leaves were off them?
No, when the leaves were off the tree.
How does he know what the fucking trees look like then?
I don't know. Because I don't know. I don't have an answer about that.
Did you have to take the full basket off these trees?
I did what the spec called for.
What was the spec?
Whatever it called for.
Oh, perfect. Yeah.
That's it. I can't remember. They're all different, but I had
They
the
are all
paper
different.
with me.
Whatever the spec called for.
Whatever the spec called for is exactly.
So I found all the topics from last week. Do you guys want to do a quick review?
Yes.
See y'all. Okay.
Put me out of my misery.
So this is when I asked the question about what would be the least value of things we could discuss. Right? So here we go. Anything involving decks. This was the reply. This is from Breezy027. What up, Breezy? What up? Anything involving decks. So we all have to make one deck comment. Fuck decks.
I've never built a deck.
Composite decks are way too hot to walk on.
Moving to the next. M.Pharaoh1223. What up, Pharaoh223? Innovation. Innovative ways to reuse the plastic wrapping on interlock skids. Chad, you're an expert at innovative things to do with the plastic wrap on skids. What's your favorite thing to do?
Well, if you're new to our channel, you might not have heard that we often set them on fire. In
Warmth.
our cold climate, we need to keep warm with this excess plastic.
Chad, how's your house heated?
My house?
Not by
gas.
plastic. Not by a wood furnace that burns
There's
plastic.
small children about.
Okay, gotcha. Just to double check it.
Plastic here. No.
Mike, did you tie all the plastic together and create a sack so that you could fish the pavers out of the pool?
Ooh,
Mm.
that would have been good.
That would have
I'm
been
always
good.
thinking.
Did you get them out, the pavers?
No, they're still there.
No, we didn't.
No.
one time I had a flat tire on a site. So I took all the plastic wrap from the skids and I wrapped the tire and then filled it with air and drove home and it held there.
Really?
No, I
Oh.
totally fucking made that up.
Okay.
100% made it. I want someone to try it though, but not use my name. Okay, we got the Tulaholic. What up, Tulaholic? I love Tulaholic. Where Tim Hortons sources their donut ingredients from? I think they source them from China because that's where everything comes from.
Yeah.
Chad, where do you think they source them?
Even the pumpkin seeds from the seasonal pumpkin donut?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't eat that donut, so
I don't know.
I'm not a
They
huge
don't
eater of
taste
donut.
Chinese-y.
What tastes? That's like racist, basically.
What do you mean? Chinese food has a taste?
They
I'm
don't
not trying to be
taste.
racist. If you want to go there,
Who's the first one to get
that was
canceled?
not my intention.
Definitely Chad.
I know everyone thinks I'm going to get canceled. That's not.
No,
fucking
you're the
true.
first one to get us sued. That
Okay.
I can kind of agree with. The first one to get canceled, definitely Chad.
Oh, yeah. That's fine.
Where do you? Why do you? You know where I think that Tim Hortons sources their donut ingredients from? Ukraine.
Why?
I don't know.
Yeah,
everyone wants to talk about Ukraine. So
Uh,
we were getting on an elevator to go to the Leaf game yesterday, and there was a huge Ukrainian flag on the screen in the elevator, and it said, "Now is the best time ever to invest in the Ukraine." I was like, "The fuck?" How? I don't. Like, this is how we're in the elevator. I'm like, is this fucking elevator filled with elderly people? Like, we're sending their money to the Nigerian gang? Fucking talking about this is the best time ever to invest in the Ukraine. This is a horrible time for Ukraine. Well, we've already invested 50 billion in the Ukraine, and it got them nowhere. What are they going to do with my $100? This has nothing to do with where we started.
no.
Mike, where do you think the source that they source their ingredients from for Tim Hortons donuts?
I can't even begin to think that. The first thing that popped into my mind, and actually I just looked at this really quick, was Subway using a tire rubber additive in their dough. Do you guys remember that when that came out?
That's awesome though.
Yeah.
Yikes.
So
I heard
that came
real
out, I
tuna
think
in
like
there,
5
tuna.
or so years ago, and then they stopped using it. So there's no more tire rubber in your Subway dough.
And that's why Jared ended up in jail.
You don't think that's why he's in jail?
He was the one that added the tire rubber additive
That's why.
Where-
Gotcha.
to places that it didn't belong. Oh,
That dough was far too young to add that rubber into it.
now you're gonna get us canceled. Okay, J Squared Outdoor. What up, J Squared Outdoor? A discussion about using zip levels to install paver patios. Okay, I can't discuss that because I fucking hate zip levels and think they're the most garbage thing on the planet.
Really?
I hate them. They're shit.
Really?
Why is that?
I don't know. They're fucking junk. You got to drag them all over. They're always fucked up. You're constantly recalibrating them. I literally actually just posted this on Evan from Pride because he was like showing off his zip level, and I was like, I'm glad that he found success with it. When I see someone finding success with something, it makes me happy no matter what it is. But I literally told Nancy, throw the zip level in the garbage and go back to random guessing because that was a more effective way of finding grade.
I've never used one. I don't know. I can see how they may be useful, but I've seen people like they're building walls with these things, right? Like they're setting their bars with this zip level, which is something that I don't think I could trust, but maybe I have to spend the day with it before I.
Evan says he only uses his for estimates.
Oh, that
Doesn't
I can
allow it on a
understand
site, on a site for construction. I can say after you want to know. Remember, I told the story many episodes ago about how I paid for the $10,000 wall that we
Yeah.
didn't, and we did need. You want to know what sorted out whether or not we needed that wall? A zip level.
Wow.
Awesome. Yeah. By eye, when I looked at it, I was like, we need a wall there. A zip level? No wall needed. Perfect. Fuck you, zip level. Whatever. Anyways, I don't like them. Mike, apparently you have one because you've been really quiet during this time. And you love it. Tell me how great it is and how wonderful it works for you.
I don't have a zip level. I have the competing brand to that. And it's been awesome besides like the first day that I had it. And I will use it instead of my laser on occasion. And that's more so out of laziness and it being handy in there. It's awesome for estimating. I've never had a problem with like you've had where it's given a poor measurement. So that's what I would say.
I've never had a job where it gave an accurate measurement.
Really?
Never, not once.
So what gets a better score, the mud mixer or the U level or the zip level?
Do you have a U level, Mike?
Who said that I have a U level? I don't.
You said there was.
Is it red or is it yellow?
Have you ever taken? This is one thing that interests me about the U level that I actually found interesting, other than that they don't work and the grades are fucked. The fact that it would save the grades and then download them into the software when you're designing. If you design with that U vision and you have a U level, you can plug that into your computer and it will put all the grades in when you're designing. So the grades are accurate to the design, which is super sick. Now, those grades are probably not accurate to the actual job, but fuck, they look great in the fucking design. I'm just joking. Again, my experience is not everyone's experience. And I've never used any of these things myself. So
it would take someone far more knowledgeable with computers to make that work for me. Like I'm saying, I could not get those grades to work anyhow when I put them to the software or something like that. And I'm complete amateur when it comes to design work and all this shit, but I don't have the patience to make the actual grades work with the drawing grades. Like it's just beyond me. But I never put the time.
I haven't put the time into using it like that. There's the U level, there's the smart level. They're both the same thing. But my only bad experience with it was after using it the first time, I took it out of the case to use it a second time, and the hose had completely cracked all the way through it, and it was leaking fluid everywhere. And so I contacted the manufacturer. And they said, send it to us and we'll take care of it. And it took them 6 months of me trying to get get it fixed, a new hose and me constantly trying to harass them and sending emails and text messaging and calling them. And they kept on saying, oh, COVID, because this was when COVID had just started. And they kept on saying COVID, blah, blah, blah. And then, but I'm at the same time on Instagram, I'm seeing guys in and around me, other contractors getting theirs and being like, this is the greatest. I just got this. This is awesome. And I'm like, great. I bought mine 6 months ago, used it once, and where's mine? So I had to call them out on that. And then they were like, okay, yeah, we got yours. Yours is here.
Okay,
so you made a big stink.
Did you call them out on Instagram?
No, I did not call them out on Instagram. I wouldn't do that if it didn't come down to that.
I feel you on that. Okay. SWAV ing. Swabbing Landscapes. What up, Swabbing Landscapes? But all seriousness, Mini Skid or Mini X for first big purchase and why? Chad.
Mini Skid.
You had a tractor that did both, motherfucker, and that should have been your.
Yeah, but it didn't do either one well. Like it was still
But it did both.
It did both. You're right, but like a mini skid will, if you put teeth on it, it'll dig if you need it to dig, right? And that's the biggest thing whenever you're starting out digging patios. shit like that. Like walls, we used to hand dig, right? Like you can get by hand digging for a wall when you start, but patios.
Well,
it
you
doesn't
could
make
also
sense
rent
for-
it. You could rent an excavator for a day.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely you could. But
Mike might know something about that.
I know a little
what's
bit.
the biggest excavator you've ever rented, Mike?
I don't even know the size. Like what, a half ton or a full ton often, and then the size
What's
up
the
from
full-
that maybe.
What's a full time? Like a 2.5?
Oh, I don't even know. It's just whatever they
Well,
have.
an E20 is a 2-ton.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, probably
Oh.
a 2 tons, probably the biggest that I've rented then.
That's like an E20 or a U17.
Yeah.
U17 is a Kubota. It's a small one. It'll lift
Yeah.
us like a 4-foot stair.
I've never had the use of anything big. Just based on access points.
So are you a mini
Wow.
skid? Are you mini skid or mini X, Mike?
Mini skid.
For same reasons as Chad.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate. No, I would always buy a mini skid. It does too many things for you.
Yeah.
And if you buy an S70 instead of a stand-on, you can also plow sidewalks in the winter when you're desperate for cash in your first year.
Not if you can't get insurance. And good luck
Well,
getting insurance.
if it's your first fucking year, you strap up your S70 and you shove your $2,000 snowblade on it, and you go out and you plow those sidewalks and you hope for the fucking best. It's your first year, and you're not
I'm not
smart
saying
enough.
I've
You're not
never
smart
done it.
enough to even know that you need insurance. I'm being real here.
No, you're absolutely right.
I
When
might
you have
have
nothing to lose,
nothing
you
to
have nothing
gain.
to lose, right?
Same
That's it.
Saving landscapes. Real or fake Christmas tree, Mike,
Fake.
Chad.
Absolutely fake.
We have always had a real
Fake with snow.
fake with
Ooh.
snow. Love it. Recently, a
Just
guy
make it
posted on
fucking
Instagram
messy.
his all white Christmas tree, and I was like, "You stylish motherfucker!"
You suave.
Suave landscaper, you. Your fancy white Christmas tree. I've always had a real tree, but this year the cat has caused us to not really have a tree because the cat destroys everything. And so we have a small tree in a pot that the cat can't tip over at a height that the cat cannot get to,
Wow.
but it's fake. So we are a fake tree. Ooh, I
I've
like
had
this.
real trees in the past and they've given me hives. So I can't even have a real tree.
Saying that, just the way you said it, real
Yeah.
trees give me hives, makes me sound. It makes me think that you got like stuffed in a locker. Just by the way you said it, like real trees give me hives. Stuff that fucker in the locker. I don't know why I relate those two things in my mind, but
Stuff me in the locker with the Black Panther movie and I'll be fine.
at the 7.5 rating, in case you didn't hear the start of the podcast.
0.29. Yeah.
Point two. Okay. I like this guy, Saving's Landscapes. What Pop-Tart flavor is the best?
Holy shit, I haven't had a Pop-Tart in ages.
Blueberry.
Cinnamon?
Ooh, blueberry.
Cinnamon.
That's- I use this. Do they make it? They must make it cinnamon.
I don't think so. I don't know.
What do you mean? They have like. Oh, they gotta have a cinnamon.
When was the last time you had a Pop-Tart, Mike?
I was literally looking at them at the grocery store a couple of days ago and very much considering it. I probably had one during the season sometime.
Seemed like
That
it
you
might-
bought or a homeowner gave you?
I bought.
Do you think a homeowner giving you a Pop-Tart is weak?
I've had a homeowner give me toast with moldy butter.
The butter was moldy or the toast was moldy?
The butter was moldy.
Butter can go moldy?
Yeah, because I think it's the crumbs around. You know, you get the crumbs on the knife,
Ooh, yes.
and they stayed on the. Yeah, so I think that's what made it moldy.
Did you eat the toast?
I ate it because I didn't want to make them feel bad.
Perfect.
And it was
I
one
love
of my
this
first
story.
or second seasons. Like it was.
You can join me in the locker.
Yeah.
Pop Tarts, moldy butter, Black Panther movie. Chad, we're set.
Yeah.
We have some double chocolate Pop Tarts that Paisley eats in the cupboard. So I'm gonna go with double chocolate because I haven't had a Pop Tart in a long time. But Paisley likes them.
S'mores is a little bit better than the double chocolate.
S'mores like
Yeah.
that. Here's a good one. Aaron IE Dale. Aaron E. Dale. What up, Aaron Dale? Probably not pronouncing. At least he didn't have to put a fucking underscore in his name. Good for him. Dump inserts. Hot or not?
Dump inserts.
Dump inserts. I used to think they were cool, but I never had one because the price is just out to lunch compared to how else you can spend your money. I think anyway.
I have always where we're hauling Phil right now is like a huge landscape yard from a guy who had a huge landscape company that's sort of, I think he's in the stages of retirement right now. He's been a successful guy his whole life, and there's stuff everywhere in the yard. And one of the things that I've had my eye on is a dump insert because I've just always wanted one because I just always thought, wow, that's cool. My pickup truck is now a dump truck. But then I agree with you. They always seemed expensive. And then I was always worried that someone loading the truck would drive into the side of the fenders or
Smash
something.
the shit out of your truck, yeah.
Yeah, it made me scared. But but you have to say hot or not. Chad, dump inserts, hot or not.
Not.
Mike,
Not.
if they're aluminum, hot. If they're steel, not.
Interesting.
I just love the look of fresh aluminum.
I like the look of any aluminum, any steel, like galvanized steel, aluminum, gray metal does it for me.
Okay, Cody 66. What up, Cody? How to trim a bonsai tree, Kenzie. That must be who asked the question, Kenzie, but Cody posted it. How to trim a bonsai tree, Chad.
Fuck, don't
Nope.
touch it.
Accept
Don't touch it. Leave it be. Let someone else do it.
Mike,
I have no idea.
if you want to know how to trim a bonsai tree, watch Cobra Kai season 3.
Hmm.
I actually don't think they trim a bonsai tree, but I just want someone to watch it because it's a great show. I don't. This one I don't. Maybe you guys will understand this one. I don't. Averell Zach. Best angle. Are they talking about like I enjoy a 45. How about you? I enjoy a 45-degree angle. Chad?
Best angle.
My
You're
first
not
thought
giving me
is
enough
like
information.
camera angle. Like what's this one called? And then what's this one called?
Side
That's a
profile.
side profile.
Yeah.
I think they're talking about like, do you want a 45-degree angle? Do you want a 90-degree angle? I don't know.
Well, 90.
You're a 90 man.
Well, I'm not big
You
into
would rather
miters or anything. So
you'd rather have it 90 to the house?
oh, I see patterns. Yeah, we're a hardscape podcast, right? So that would make more sense than
Then
camera.
the side profile camera thing when you're getting arrested. Well, we are a hardscape podcast. So yeah, it could be about getting arrested too. It's all part of the mix.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I would say 45 to those looks nicer.
Chad?
I guess. No. No. In line with the house.
90? You're a 90 man?
Yeah.
What if
Whatever's-
what if the pool's not square to the house? Do you do a 45 to hide it? Or do you run the 90?
Is the pool square or
If
is
the-
it
if the
like a
pool-
Mickey Mouse pool?
No, it's a square pool. It's a rectangle, but the installer didn't install the pool square to the house. So you end up with a wider line. So I used to always turn that on a 45 So when you
Yeah.
cut it in, you can't see it. So I'm asking you, would you do that, or would you stick
Yeah.
your,
No, that's for sure. You'd have
your
to.
90-degree plan and have a nice little sliver that the homeowner blames you for, not the pool installer, even though you're not the one that installed the pool? This has never happened to me. I'm just
Are you putting on the coping? Can you hide the off square with the coping?
well, but then when you're in the pool, there's only a half inch at one end and 2 inches at the other, and that's your fault too, Chet.
How much time do you spend in the pool in the season compared to how much time you spend out of the pool in the season?
Well, I'm just telling you, it's a concern. Maybe
Yeah,
in my
no.
past it was a concern. Maybe
No,
someone brought
I
it
can
up.
understand that. I can say you chose the wrong pool guy. Blame it on
They
the
don't
pool.
care because that guy's not the finishing guy.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
They don't give a shit about who fucked up what before you got there. That's a hard truth.
Yeah.
There's some value. People don't give a flying fuck about who fucked up what before you got there and how it affects you. They just want it to look perfect when you leave.
Yeah. No, you're right. You are right about that one.
Yeah.
So, 45.
That's fair.
We'll make an extra day of work cutting so that they can't tell that the pool guy fucked up.
Green Monster Landscapes. Green Monster. Discount code after it's expired. Discuss it.
That's probably reference to your glasses.
It's not expired. It's good forever. 15% every day. X-Power Eyewear. Check their website. Paver King. No underscore. Straight Paver King is your discount code. I don't think it's expired. Maybe they haven't communicated with me at all. So I feel like they didn't sell any glasses. No glasses got sold. They don't care about me. If I'd sold hundreds of pairs of glasses, they would have definitely been more caring about this whole situation. Or maybe they have sold hundreds of pairs of glasses and they don't have to pay me currently because of the problem at the border. And
That's an awesome excuse.
there's a problem transferring money across the border. You're not supporting the convoy here, motherfucker. Give me my cash. Here's a Naz Starboy wants us to have an open discussion on oven mitts.
Oven mitts.
I don't have oven mitts at our house. We use a towel, and then the towel slips and I burn my hand.
It was the exact same thing I was thinking too.
Mike, towel. You're a towel man?
Yeah, towel.
Burn your fingers?
Yep.
Perfect. This is great content.
This is awesome.
This episode is killer. Let's
Yeah.
Chad, towel or actual oven mitts?
We have oven mitts in the house. My wife actually bought new ones because the old ones were so stained and dirty. They become like towels, you know, like you wipe
Yes.
your hands on the oven mitt that's just out. So, yes, we
would you
cycled.
ever consider the silicone oven mitts?
Yeah, but I can't use it as a towel.
No,
You can't wipe your hands on a silicone oven
but
mitt.
they don't go bad and they don't get stained.
We'd find a way to ruin it around here.
Oh.
We find a way to ruin everything around here.
Here is two more, and then we're into stuff that we talked about last week. So two more. Hardscape Ottawa says they want to talk about anything Veloster related. Or did we already talk about this last week?
Yeah, we talked about this one.
Yeah,
Okay, then that was the last. Oh, we missed one. Adam C.E. Braun. Adam _CE Braun. Because I guess Adam C.E. Braun was gone without the underscores. That seems insane. Like, really? Adam C.E. Braun without underscores. Take it. That seems like that would be something that would be available. That seems kind of obscure. I guess not. A book review of the 2003 Home Depot Home Improvement 123 book. What I will say is there was a lot about how to build pressure treated wood walls.
Wow.
Yeah. I built a lot of walls that are rotting and need replacing right now in my day.
I've replaced someone's wood wall with more wood.
Really?
Yeah. I think in
One
my
of-
first year.
One of my favorite phone calls when you get inquiries for your services is when you show up at someone's house and they want you to replace random 6x6s in the wall. I have had that call. I show up and they're like, we need that 6x6 replaced and that 6x6 replaced and that. I'm like, I can't even begin to tell you why this is epically not going to work. And I don't want any part of it. And then I turn and leave. I don't even entertain it. When I was younger and stupider, I probably would have tried to like sell them on getting a real wall. You need a real wall. But then I concluded that 90% of homeowners don't want to pay for big retaining walls because it sucks and it's crazily expensive and there's not really anything good about it. It's not like it's stopping your roof from leaking.
Right.
I've gotten to look at huge retaining walls where people are like, fuck it, I'll just let it fall over. Okay, cool, man. See you later. Whatever. Epically bad. That's the end of that list. You guys have anything else? Do you want to discuss tilt rotators or something, Chad?
No, I was just fucking around.
Yeah, fuck tilt rotators.
I said I had a list of pros and cons for
Oh,
why and why not you should buy a tilt rotator. There's
Okay,
no
let's-
cons. The list is empty. There's
what are the
no-
what? Why would I buy a tilt rotator?
why would you buy a tilt rotator?
Well, you said there's a pros and cons, so I want to hear the
Yeah.
pros.
Oh, the pros?
Where's the list? Get it out.
I didn't make a list.
Sure.
What the fuck? You said there was a list.
Yeah, but when you really come down to it, anybody who has one will not tell you a single bad thing about it. What are you going to complain about? It's too productive. There are too many options for attachments that I can put on the end of it. I don't like being able to grab shit and put it in a pile with my tilt rotator. Everybody fucking loves them.
Is there
Honestly,
anyone who doesn't love them?
I don't know if there's any.
I'm tempted to buy one and just consistently make videos talking about how shit it is so that 500 people can call me a fucking piece of crap and tell me how great they are. Even if I love it, I'm just going to constantly make videos. I'm going to contact the tilt rotator company and say, listen, let's you and I team up. And I'm going to make videos talking constantly about how shitty tilt rotators are featuring your product. And then people are going to get super mad and they're going to go crazy viral because tilt rotator fanboys are intense.
There's
you
a
think-
conspiracy out there that they cost so much, and once people have purchased them and spent all that money, they don't want to talk bad about anything about them to make themselves look like they wasted their money. So that's why there's nothing bad to say about them. That's the conspiracy out there.
I can see that.
I can understand that, but what happens when you own more than one? Are you doubling down on your mistake?
Doubling down on your mistake.
Yeah.
It's common.
Listen, people tried to fight a war in Russia twice in the winter, bro. 180,000 people dying the first time didn't stop them from, let's go to war with Russia in the winter again. Like, fuck, having two tilt rotators, nothing, even if it is a fucked up thing.
Yeah, no, you're right.
People who are scammed are more likely to get scammed more than once.
By the same people.
By the
So,
yeah.
if you had to pick if you were going into a hardcore, hardscape, throwdown fist fight, and you had to pick your team, and you can only pick one, okay? This is a fist fight. These people are going toe to toe. You're going to put these people behind you, and you're going into LO Congress to do battle in the BattleBot live stage. You can either take the buggy fanboys or the tilt rotator fanboys. Who are you taking?